How you doing, Dave?
Hello. Thanks for having me, guys, again. How long has it been now? About 2 years?
Yeah, I'd say about 2 years.
Smoking air.
No, it's just after Halloween.
All right, it was just after Halloween.
Was it really?
Mustache. I remember I had a mustache.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your mustache.
I remember.
Oh, back, yeah.
It was
Jim had a
2
mustache when
winter
you were here.
solstices ago. it was a solar flare ago.
Yeah, right.
And I was flying in, and they had the solar flares. Did you know about that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And they said, they're going to delay the flights and all that because of the solar flare and everything. And I'm like, well, how high are we going to fly? I mean, are we in space? I mean, am I an astronaut? What do you think, old woman with a travel bag? No, they said the problem was the gamma rays,
Oh, the gamma rays.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe this will be a good thing, because we could all land, and we'll be transformed into mutant superpower people.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you get off the
definitely.
airplane, it's a
John
whole...
Carter, come on, nothing.
Yeah, we'll see up to now.
I'm trying to get a roll going here. You guys are not going with me.
Well, the big concern was they kept talking about as far as the airliners was the navigation could be affected.
Yes.
It might even affect airliners. And I'm trying to imagine all these wayward flights, given how many flights there are per day, and everybody's every which way because they're all disrupted by the solar storm.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that we'd, get on the plane and land in a better place.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool. Oh no, here we are on Poon Island.
Yeah, because how weird would it
Of
be?
dinosaur Poon.
What I thought you were going to say, Dave, is that midway in flight, your captain came on and announced the fact he was completely lost.
Yes.
I mean, does a captain ever announce, ladies and gentlemen, we are completely lost? I have no idea where the F we are.
Yeah, exactly.
We're trying to have radar find us. I spaced out. I was on my iPad, and I don't know.
Well, they also have a real big problem with these bags, where you have to, pay for a bag to get on the plane now.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Well, luckily I never travel with clothes. I wear the same thing all the, what's his name? Johnny Cash.
Yeah, just something in a
Like
black.
Johnny Cash, he was never a celebrity of our time. Like he would have had his own fashion line, all black,
Yeah.
like Grim. That's what he called it, Grim. But,
Yeah.
Roy Orbison wore the same clothes, didn't he?
What's that?
Didn't Roy Orbison always wear the same clothes?
Yes, they did. That was like a generational thing, I think. You're always dressed for a funeral,
People didn't
they
live
should
as
really
long.
charge for children to come on. I think children and dogs. Don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like you should have to pay to bring your kid on because they can never really sit properly and they annoy everyone and they stink.
God,
And-
kids are a drag on an airliner.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Wait,
God, they're
at
a
what
drag.
age? Can you mean tell me they don't charge for kids?
No, they charge. Like a ticket, but they should charge extra.
Oh,
like,
they
you
should
bring your
charge
kid on.
extra.
And then, unless the kid is then they should see how the kid behaves. They go
Yes.
well, your kid is kind of your kid's ADD or something. That's going to be an extra $50 because he's going to annoy everyone.
Yeah.
They just threw a 2-year-old
is.
off yesterday. They threw a 2-year-old off.
Did
Who was
they?
flying back from the British Virgin Islands because it was being such a brat. They threw the whole family off.
Oh,
the
that's
plane.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's about
should
time
just-
they start doing that.
Be nice if
Wow.
they just threw the kid off.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw it out the window. Out the
How
hatch.
cool. Can you imagine the airplane just standing in applause as the kid gets off and the stupid family? Because kids can really ruin everything. And everybody's always sick on a plane. They're all coughing and
That's
ill
horrible.
and- oh, God.
But
The
I was just
petri
here.
dish in the
I
sky.
flew into here last month, and then I went to Lansing, Michigan. Which is cool because there's no direct flight there.
Yeah.
You got to go to Detroit and then Lansing. So,
Really?
yeah.
That's a 90-minute drive, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good soul-searching drive. to Lansing.
Yeah.
Dave, you seem to have just a slight affinity for porn.
Just a
slight,
hair.
yeah. I actually have about 500 titles in my apartment right now. That's what we call them, titles. But they're loops, movies, clips. I do a show for Showtime called Dave's Old Porn.
Yeah.
And the cool thing.
Wonderful show, by the way.
Yeah, it's thank you guys.
Very
It's always
different.
guys who know it. Very few women know about it. But yeah, it's really it's fun stuff. It's retro porn, very dirty and hairy porn, and
Yeah.
the
Dirty and
legendary
hairy.
porn stars are great, and these people definitely deserve a lot of credit, and that's what we try and do with the show. It's a fun show. It's not like a serious biopic, investigation kind of porn. Is it bad or good? It's good.
Yeah.
I've made the decision. Porn is good. good.
Yeah.
All right.
And you sit down with these celebrities and porn stars and kind of watch it.
Yeah, the comics, we bring on some like great comics, and then we, like kind of do the Mystery Science Theater thing with the clips. Because a lot of these movies, and I've had to watch the movie like without like, without fast forwarding. I've had to watch these movies, and they are like horrendously great. I don't know if those two things go together, but it's just funny to see like all the dialogue and like, just drama in these movies, and then like hardcore sex,
Yeah.
So I think it's a great idea.
The couch, by the way, is a obscure. Use the couch to obscure penetration.
Sure.
That's really a great idea.
Oh, that's
Is that your idea?
hilarious. That is funny.
I stole that from Tintin. Yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah, because we're allowed to show the sex, we're just not allowed to show the penetration, which is fine.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think it's a happy medium. I think that's the way to go with it.
Yeah,
Now,
and of
did you-
course you're forced to watch the whole movie, whereas most of us see those things in 15-minute increments.
Yeah,
Across a
if
period
that,
of time
yeah.
for good reason.
And at the end of the day, I've got this huge like porn headache. You ever have an ice cream headache? Too much of a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like I have to go home and just rub one out. I'm like, it's like I don't even want to. It's like I just have to.
Well, I remember running into my dad's, and I was going to ask you if you have any of these. His in the very beginning, my first introduction with porn, he had my dad the old Bell and Howell,
Yes.
early '60s with the 8mm, eventually the Super 8.
Wait,
came
was he
along.
shooting porn?
No, they were just porn flicks, no sound. And boy, the first time I put one of those reels up when he wasn't home, holy smokes! And he had a big collection of
How old are
Swedish
you?
erotica.
Swedish erotica, yeah,
Yeah.
that stuff is great.
Swedish erotica was unbelievable. I got to say, smoking hot. That was my favorite.
I wish I had more foreign porn. It's really hard to get rights to it, but the foreign porn is just great because that stuff is just out of control. Like they'll take like all the worst of every movie and put it in there, like just horrible, like overacting, and then a dance sequence, and then sex, like Bollywood, movies.
Yeah.
It's really like it's amazing.
Dave, have you seen any Bob Crane porn?
No, I'm looking for that kind of stuff. I like that.
Believe it or not, Mike and I, did you guys see that when we saw it?
Yeah.
It was only up for like 2 days, but when at some point his son,
Yeah.
it's really weird, his son put all of Bob's stuff up on a website, and it got taken down really fast, but we knew it was up there. Do we know because we interviewed the son? Is that why we knew that?
Yeah, how's he doing, that son?
Oh, he's great. He's a great kid.
What did he name?
Well adjusted.
What's his name?
I don't know.
He's very well adjusted, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he and his dad used to do drugs and watch porn together.
That's cool.
And pick up chicks together. And anyway.
And his dad was in the movie, the Disney movie, Super Dad.
Yeah, that.
He was a super dad.
He was on Hogan's Heroes as well.
The funny
Yeah.
part we used to laugh about with Bob Crane though was the fact that when we were first looking at it, you would see him that he would come running on. He would be watching this porn, and then he would go running into the scene. And all of a sudden, you'd see Bob Crane from on the right come running into the scene, and then jump on some chick and pound away, and then he's done. It's like, why is this guy always like a fire alarm when he comes running onto the scene? And we just thought it was. We didn't really know what to make of it until his son pointed out. Wasn't his son that pointed out
Yeah,
to us?
Scotty. Scotty Crane is his name.
Yeah, Scotty.
Yeah.
That it was so early on, and the technology.
The
was
reels
so,
were only 3 minutes long.
Absolutely,
So Bob
so-
had to hurry.
Yeah, he was working the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the beginning we didn't know that. We were always like,
God,
why
this
is
guy's
Bob-"
fired up.
We thought he couldn't wait to get on top of this chick.
Yeah, no, that's cool that he was like, I don't know, he was like a whatchamacallit. He was doing both. You know, he was like very creative.
Yeah.
When he had Carpenter with
He was
him, right?
behind the scenes and
Yeah.
he was in the scene.
The guy that didn't kill him was the guy that had all the cables and all the hookups.
Who was
that
found
would
not
take
guilty,
forever.
which was ridiculous. He
Oh,
was so
yeah.
guilty.
Oh God,
I don't know
You know-
about that.
You don't think so?
not sure.
No, I love that movie though, Autofocus. I thought that was a great movie.
Yeah, that
Who
was
do
a
you think
great
killed him? Who do you
movie.
think killed him, Dave?
I think it was suicide that he took a tripod and hit himself in the head till he.
Bludgeoned himself with a tripod.
Yeah, that's how I want to go.
Yeah, that room was a mess.
Everything back then was so heavy anyhow. Maybe he just dropped it on his head.
Could be.
Multiple times.
You're right. It was really heavy.
Yeah.
But
Isn't it sad though that like now people he did porn on the side where now in today's time it would be better to do porn and then Hogan's Heroes. Like people, I think I'd be more like embarrassed about the Hogan's Heroes. Like it's kind of like in this movie about a concentration camp and we thought it was hilarious and the Holocaust really didn't happen. We never brought it up.
it actually was risky to his porn career to
Yeah,
do
exactly.
that.
That's my favorite porn guy, and now he's talking to a Nazi. I don't know about this.
In the movie, by the way, and I don't know if this is real or not because I'm sure it would be on YouTube. They show him on a show like Dinah. It's literally like an afternoon show, maybe with Mike Douglas or something like that. And he's making these really crude sex jokes. And that was like, the next thing I was meeting his manager was going, Bob, you got to cool it, man. You're out of hand. But I wonder if that really happened, where he said something really crude on a...
Yeah, I think he probably did.
I mean, he seeed to be pretty clueless to that stuff.
Yeah, and he was pretty infatuated.
Well, that was before Twitter, so all we had was Dinah Shore.
Dinah Shore, who was so in love with Burt Reynolds at
Burt
the
was
time.
Burt Reynolds. There's a lot of people in porn with mustaches, and they all. I think everybody, all the girls go, "Why does every guy in porn have a mustache?" And I think it was because of Burt Reynolds. Like he was the hottest. Like superstar of that era, the 70s, Gator, Deliverance, all those cool movies. Although Deliverance, he didn't have a mustache, right? He didn't. Yeah, he was stashless.
Was he?
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
God, how do you remember that?
Because that's the scene before the Ned Beatty horrible scene.
Yeah,
that's before your mind stops working for a minute. But I think that's what they all wanted to look like him.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just saying.
It's a thought.
What are you guys
speculation.
working on? I feel like I'm the project manager here. What's going on? Everybody's so distracted in the room here. So what happened with the smoking here? We were smoking in the studio.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, there was a few busts. A few people were unhappy with it. Some people don't like smoking. Believe it or not.
Well,
and they would apparently be impacted by the secondhand smoke on the other side. All the way on the other side of the building, I could smell it.
On the other side of the building, even around the corner,
what is it
down
with
the
these
hallway.
smokers? They can always smell that, but they can never smell like carbon monoxide poisoning. What's that?
No, that's true.
Computer.
Oh, okay.
And so apparently the smoke was drifting around the corner, down the hallway, through the doors, into the dining room
Across
area,
the lobby.
Across the lobby. Even when double doors were opening and air was blowing in every 20 minutes, apparently it's just thick. You can cut it with a knife, I guess.
Really?
I guess.
People upstairs were
We did
getting
smoke a lot in
second
here.
smoke. Yeah, we did.
We were chain smokers. It was a card game.
Pretty thick. And then we were kind of given the ultimatum, and then they may have
stopped.
had some.
We said we'd rather be employed than smoke.
No, I can understand that. I can understand
And
that.
then they had some. Yeah, I don't know how far we get into this.
Well, don't worry, I'll funny it up. Hey,
No, but
I'm sorry, you guys are really depressed about this.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I apologize.
It just happened.
Yeah,
At least you
it
could
just
say that
happened.
you were
It's
the
fresh.
last smoking station. You guys were the last.
Yeah.
We weren't exactly a smoking station.
Like you guys could smoke. I mean,
a smoking show.
I just wish that the ultimatum would have come down in June because the weather's been bad to quit
Yeah, it is
cold
horrible.
turkey.
Yeah, this is the wrong time to bring this
Yeah.
on. Definitely.
Yeah,
There's a lot of ugly feelings all around.
all around. Yeah, because now it's just been like gusting to 50 and below zero and rain and snow showers in and out ever since this happened.
But Dave could probably smoke. I mean, they're not going to fire him.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but they
I'm
won't
a team
believe it.
player.
You'll
I'm
have
with
to-
you guys.
You'll have to send down
just
the
saying.
informants to make sure that it's.
It'd be interesting.
I
They
really
know it's
don't.
Dave.
It really doesn't matter because guys. Let's face it. You can't smoke anywhere in Michigan inside.
No.
Which really is not good anyhow, because like you're standing outside in the cold, chain smoking, and everybody thinks like, oh look, another dude out of work, right? Another broken working man hero.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm just a loser comic who can't smoke in that comfort inn.
But it's awfully weird though to pull up. I remember it was one of these big strip malls, and all these people were piled up. This a few months ago, and I was like, "What is going on? Look at all the people out there." It was this bar. Everybody's out there smoking.
Yeah.
So I guess people go
No
to the bar,
one's in
go in
the
there,
bar.
pound a beer, come outside, stand there for a half hour, have like 5 cigarettes in a row, head back in, have another drink. It's pretty miserable. I would have thought the Restaurant Bar Association would have beat out their lobby. I thought there's a strong lobby, but apparently not.
The
No, it's not.
non-smokers.
For
Nobody's
some
more
reason.
powerful than the non-smokers.
Yeah.
Well, what about the strip clubs? Can you smoke in there?
No.
Probably not.
No. Any
Casinos
building.
you can.
Yeah, the casino
casinos.
probably be the last place you can smoke.
Yeah, I
But
thought
there's
that would be a
there's only
Chinese
one-
restaurant.
There's only one floor though in the casino.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, do they have the smoking area? Because in Atlantic City, they have like smoking and non-smoking gambling for the healthy gambler.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it
Yeah.
is here.
It's a guy with only one addiction.
Yes.
Gambling, not multiple.
I was going to ask
For
you,
the
Dave,
marathon runner who wants to also.
as much as you travel, we were shocked. We went to a football game in Virginia last year, and we're sitting in the bar, we're having a beer, and we're thinking how much we wish we'd have a cigarette. And all of a sudden, there's an ashtray in front of me, and there's butts in it. I'm like, wait, we can smoke in here. Oh, my God. So anyway, it got me wondering, as much as you traveled, what are the best smoking states? I mean, if you're trying to think, God, what state could I live in where I could smoke everywhere? Is there a state that's real liberal about smoking? Like
Kentucky,
North Carolina,
Virginia. Yeah. You know what? That's a good question. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I think the southern states used to be. They were like the last holdouts of smoking, but definitely western states. No. Like, I know Colorado. No. I know maybe Alaska, because they hate all laws. Maybe it would be them. I mean, they're really on the laws of They're like in that weird thing where like they're also under like North Pole law, like like Santa gets, is on the ballot there. So
yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Do you play North Carolina, for example, or?
I haven't done it in years, but that is why you bring up North Carolina. Is that like where they
a big tobacco growing state?
I thought Virginia was. No, you're right. That's where the headquarters is. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse Holmes used to always go to bat for the smokers.
No, most people don't smoke anymore, though. Although there's a lot of young smokers for some reason. I don't know how they're getting these cigarettes. They're really expensive. I don't know what they're doing to make that money. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm amazed they want to chuck all that tax money.
It's all taxes.
Yeah,
most of it's taxes.
It all comes back to the price of gas, guys. I mean, first of all, if you're a smoker, you're doing your job. You're paying taxes.
That's how we saw it.
Yeah, right. You're winded.
Yeah.
You're in one spot. They can keep tracking you. But if you're a gas, guzzling whatever, something. Hello. So anyway, no, I don't know what you can smoke, but how much are you guys smoking now? You guys
less.
2 packs?
Less than 2 packs.
Yeah.
I think less than 2 packs is almost like not smoking now. Because I definitely chain smoke before I fly, before I do anything. I like 3 cigarettes,
So in other words, if you could smoke everywhere, you'd smoke less, do you think?
I think so, yeah. Because then you wouldn't want to do it as much,
That's true.
Same thing with like gambling and everything else. Like if there were strip clubs everywhere, would you go? Probably not.
Well, with casinos here, when they first came here, I was so excited. I went gambling all the time, and now I hardly ever go because I can go. I think I just lost the desire.
Well, how is the casino? Is it good? I mean, is it fun?
Sure.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
It's fine. Yeah.
Well, all I know is Detroit gets good comedy and like bands and stuff like that. Like Amy Schumer's in town, who's great.
Yeah.
She's a great comic.
We just talked to her.
Magic Bag.
So cool. And she's playing here. Kevin Nealon was here. That's great, man. So
yeah. Kevin's still here, actually. He's in East Lansing, I think, right now.
Oh, really? East Lansing, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. That's a rough and ready part of Lansing. And what about whatchamacallit? Maybe if we went further upstate, like in the weird, like snowmobile areas, like where everything's by snowmobile.
Yeah.
Like even the mailman has to like snowmobile too.
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
Is it even snowing there? Yeah.
Right now,
they got
probably
more,
is.
They got more snow than we did. We had a really mild winter here. We got like 4 or 5 inches once, but up north they got hit a foot. A couple times they got a foot of snow up there, Traverse City and all that.
In New York, I don't think we got any snow. Can you believe it? Yeah, I can't. That's the best part. Like when it snows there, and like, oh, you can't do anything because it's snowing. Because you really can't. I mean, you can't get around or anything like that. It really does suck.
Yeah.
Hey Dave, I hate to keep going back to porn, but because you're here and,
sure.
you do have an affinity for it, as we talked about.
I love talking about it. Let's talk about it.
You've hosted the AVN Awards, haven't you?
Yeah, I just hosted again.
Oh, excellent. How fun is that? That's got to be a ball.
Well, I have to tell you, it's pretty difficult. First of all, like being the comic on it, because these people they really just want to like party and they want to have their event, and it's their night, and I totally get it. But it's not like I'm Billy Crystal or anything like that. I'm not that great a host, so I try to do a couple of jokes and then get through it. But I would say like they really are drunk, and like I'm doing my act and a woman screaming at me, "You're bald, you're bald, you're bald." I mean, like she was right, but what am I supposed to do? I mean, I'm sure at the Emmys she would have been thrown out, but at the Tonys she would have won an award. But here, it's a lot of fun to actually get to be a part of it. And I hosted this year with Brie Olson and Sunny Leone.
Oh, Brie Olson's hot, isn't she?
ladies. Yeah, she's super hot. Both of them are
She's
really, really
quitting
hot.
porn, she says.
She's not. Yeah, she's going to be. I think she's going to be a great actress. She really is going to be. I think she wants to do like mainstream stuff, like like hot vampire and stuff like that.
Oh man, I'm hoping she bombs so she has to go back to porn.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. It would be great, like because everybody makes it's like this big transition to porn. It'd be like, oh, I know how to do that. She shows up ready to go. No, but I think she's going to do good. So.
Do they have the nominees like best oral? Do they have like where they show the various nominees who are looking up at the screen, and then they'll be like right in mid, and then they go. People are snubbed and pissed off.
Well, that was the problem with this year's award. There was like a lot of technical problems, so they would roll in the like 5 contestants, and it would like the thing would break down. So then there would just be some poor porn star out there going like, and the winner is, and it was very nervous, because there's nothing behind it. It was very sad. I thought. So every time I'd go out to try and save them, the thing would start rolling again. So I don't know. And I even said at one point, it was really bad. Like I had to read from a prompter, and we didn't have prompters on the run. So I said up until this point it was flawless. It was like the Ice Capades, and it wasn't. It was like a train wreck. But I'm sure it'll all come together. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope I don't ruin the award for anyone. But it's going to come together, and I think it'll be all right.
Do you remember what was Best Picture in the end of the last time you hosted?
Actually, no, I don't. You know what? Because I don't watch as much new porn as I do old porn. I watch a lot of old porn.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of old porn. Like, a lot. Like,
for your show, you have to. But do you really like old porn better?
For my own personal life, I do try and watch a little modern porn,
Mm-hmm.
And, I have to say, I think now I'm, retrained to the older stuff. When I watch the modern stuff, I'm like, what's going on here? What's the story? Why are they doing that?
What's the story?
Is this,
What's the story?
This is unbelievable. I can't believe it.
Hey, when it comes to the people winning these porn awards, do people get real emotional sometimes?
Yes, they do.
They do?
Yeah.
What do they say?
Cry.
Well, they do their thank you speeches and all that stuff, but
do they crank loud music if they're too long, like the Oscars?
but it's like all wah-wah, like wah-wah, wah-wah, with heavy bass to blow them off the stage.
Well, here's something that they do that they
soundtrack.
don't do at the Oscars. Here's something and this is something that definitely, these girls, a lot of the girls are contract girls. They work for, really cool companies like Evil Angel, super cool company, and they all day long, these girls have to sign and meet their fans. You don't see that at the Oscars, right? The girl, the girl from the dragon tattoo meeting fucking. Oh, excuse me. Did you?
We can fix it.
Okay. Some obese guy hoarder. I'm a huge fan. Hey, can I get a picture where you're holding this stuffed animal? Because me and my buddies, when we go hunting, we all hold this animal. No, you don't see any of that. You don't see George Clooney doing that. So these girls work all day, and then they do the awards, and then they party all night. So I give them credit. They got amazing stamina.
That's
I apologize for
that's okay.
for
problem.
my whatchamacallit.
No.
See, if I had a
caught.
cigarette, that never would have happened.
Yeah, no, there's something.
That's another area that we were just talking about autographs. This fascination with autographs, and we can't understand what do people want autographs for so badly. And
Everything.
porn stars are always signing autographs. It's like people really take them home and put them in a scrapbook.
Yeah, who are you going to show that to anyhow? Hey, Mom, look what I did.
I know. Who's Vivette?
Although when I was
Dave's been talking too long, I think.
See, that's how you be blown off the stage with this when you talk too long. This music comes up really loud until they're like, "Thank you."
Is that the money shot? That song?
Oh, that's a good tune.
Take a. Let's go through see which theme Dave likes the best.
Why does porno music always have that constant wah wah and strong bass?
Because it goes with the actual sex. It really does. It's good.
Yeah.
But not that I'm an expert on porn, but I'll just say one thing: porn without music is not as good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
it really is not. So
It's got to be a tough category for
good.
best soundtrack, though, right? Because all the soundtracks sound alike.
That guy actually, I think, talks the most. It's always like at the Oscars. It's always that weird, best.
What a concept!
There are like 4 composers go up there at once.
Oh yeah.
But here's an instrument you never hear in porn: the oboe. It just never works. I like this. This is good.
That was Debbie Does Dallas, isn't it?
This one's Debbie Does
Oh,
Dallas.
this is Debbie.
That's not Debbie Does Dallas. I know that too. I know that movie.
This one,
You know the theme.
this is all the classic ones.
Oh, that. Oh, put in Behind the Green Door or Deep Throat.
Listen to that wah wah.
Wait, where did you get that tape?
Sexorama?
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have two CDs full of porn themes.
I'll buy them from you right now. See, this is like, yeah.
We could dub them off for you. Oh, that's Behind the Green Door. Okay.
Yeah, no, I that one is a classic, Behind the Green Door. I don't have rights to that one.
What a shame. Is that in 2, Mark?
That would be like The Godfather. You know, it's just too known.
All right, let's go down.
But the porn that I have, there's a lot of like classical music in it.
You know that, don't you?
Yeah,
Deep Throat, of course. I knew that.
yeah.
They're driving in the car right now, aren't they? Aren't they going down the street
Yep,
right now?
Right at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
There's that Little Lovelace movie's coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
With, wait, Lohan was supposed to play her?
Yeah, it's the other girl, Amy. What's her name? Ziegler. She's great. She's hot.
Amy Ziegler?
Amanda Seyfried?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, right.
Siegfried and Roy are doing it.
Yeah.
Boy, the one that got hurt, was that Roy that got hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roy Horn.
Yeah.
Apparently, he is really tough on the help. Those people are trying to rehab him. I've read like 4 stories on that. In fact, there's a lawsuit. The people that are trying to help him with his rehab every day, and it's really intense, but he sexually assaults all of them. First of all, they're all guys, which if they had any sense, they'd send women in.
Yeah, really. That's their first mistake, sending in a guy.
But
That's the nerve. What the hell's the matter? What a prick.
What happened? Like, is that what kind of insurance do you have where you're covered by a tiger attack?
Yeah,
I can barely get a cleaning covered.
Yeah, it's so true.
Good question.
So
I
true.
don't know what to do.
You know, it's like we give. I'm sorry, we cannot cover the tiger attack. Can you say it was a dog attack? No.
Hey, before we escape porn too much, I wanted to, you made some remark about, because I think it's really funny about the shaving patterns on women. We were talking about these early porn, huge, real early, gigantic
Beyond
push.
huge. Yeah, and it bothered me at first. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then I thought that I read, I won't be able to find it, but anyway, I thought I read in your stuff, where you were kind of remarking on the shaving styles, and that these days, women are kind of going back to hair, but in a controlled fashion, not letting it run rampant. Your comments, please.
My comments on it, first of all, I'm never going to tell a woman what to do down in that area. So they can do whatever they want to do. Piercings, though, I think are cool. I think that would be great. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That freaks me out a little bit.
You don't see tattoos or piercings in the old stuff. That's like a
yeah.
I think that started with Burning Man or something. I don't know. I'm trying to be like this really historical, like I know everything. I don't know anything about it. But
Yeah.
some of it is so hairy that did I do this joke on here already? You don't know where the beard starts and the bush. It's not my joke, but it's true. It really is true. And the other thing about it is that some of these girls, though, are so naturally beautiful. You're like, wow, this is really... any girl you see there is really like how they were born. It's not like, they went and got collagen or like breast. That didn't happen until the 80s.
Yeah.
And now I'm watching a lot of 80s stuff, Ginger Lynn, Amber Lynn, Jeremy Lynn. No, I'm trying to do a whole Lynn show.
I went right
I'm
into
watching
it.
all that stuff.
I went like, yeah,
I know, exactly, right?
Yeah, sure.
And those girls I'm starting to find really hot, too, with the crazy haircuts and like just like the spandex stuff. And like, do you remember like, I never remember like spandex out, like spandex in a disco looks okay, but do you ever remember like, you're like, you and your mom or whatever, you're walking and like there's some chick wearing like bright sequin spandex like I never remember that.
No,
like I'm trying to, thanks to
no.
Jaeger, I don't remember. But I would say that the shaving thing is it definitely, girls are doing it now. They want a little hair down.
They're bringing it back.
Yeah.
But
I prefer that to
not letting
the
it run
bald thing.
rampant.
I think the bald thing is, I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me at all.
Yeah,
freaks me out.
Me either. I've never been all that.
Well, what about the bleaching?
I'll take it, don't
bleaching
get me
is
wrong.
really another
Yeah.
issue. I'm
what
for
about
it as
that?
long as it creates jobs. I mean, we can't be, we got to throw all our cards on the table here. Bleaching, creates jobs. There's the guys that make the bleach. They ship it there.
Yeah.
The cheek spreader. I'm sure that's a skill.
How do you
There's got to be a school for that.
Oh, bleaching that, okay.
How do
See,
you
I'm dancing
bleaching
around
something
because
else.
I was inappropriate earlier.
Well, how do you spot somebody that's been bleaching? They have a bright white.
Yeah.
They have a bright white bunner.
I know.
A
How
butter.
do they do it?
Crinkle is what I call it, but anyway, the terminology. I don't know.
Let's take a break so Dave can have a cigarette.
Yeah, let's smoke.
Yeah,
we
me
can
too.
It's 12 after 9. Dave Attell is at Mark Ridley's 2 shows tonight and tomorrow night. And those are at 8 and 10:30, right?
Yes, sir.
8 and 10:30. Cool.
8 and 10:30. 2 shows.
It's a special engagement because it's Dave Attell. Why else? Visit comedycastle.com for info and tickets, and we'll be back with Dave. We'll wrap up with Dave after this.
101 WRIF and WRIF HD1 Detroit. Drew and Mike in the morning.
Hey, enough all this girly stuff. This ain't Brokeback Mountain.
101 WRIF. The Riff.
19 after 9 o'clock at WRIF, Dave Attell, who is also supporting the local economy. I see he's got his Made in Detroit T-shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, that was
right.
that was a last minute pick out. I'm like, it might be a little chilly there. I didn't know I was flying into Norway. Got it. It is really cold out there. I know you guys, we were just talking about it, like you're born in the cold.
It's snowing like hell here all of a sudden.
It's like Valley Forge out there. We're all chain smoking, waiting for supplies. It's bad.
The airdrop.
Yeah, waiting on an airdrop.
Yeah, so true. You'd hard to believe that a couple days ago it was 55.
Did you know Kid Rock owns the Made in Detroit T-shirt company?
I didn't know that. I love him though. He is a great live act, man.
Isn't he great?
He's a wild act. And he's
Terrific guy.
he's an amazing crossover too, like with country music and all that other stuff.
Hard to believe how he does that.
Nobody
really.
does that either. In fact, I remember people saying, "Oh, he'll never get away with that. What's he doing
Yeah.
those country songs for?"
You can't go rap, rock and roll, country, and mix them up like that. It's one or the other.
Well, you know, Adele, I think, said it best. Oh, wait, she can't talk. Oh, now she can again. I forget. She can't talk, but she can eat. Am I right? I wouldn't kick her out of bed. I mean, can you move her? Oh, sorry, this is just a sampling of just inappropriate humor, guys. I'm not that kind of an act. No, she's a sweetheart. She's English. I like these people that you find out they're English. It's like, you know, they sing like American, like, and then they start talking this like weird Mary Poppins
I
kind
know
of
she
craziness.
sounds grotesque when she talks, doesn't she?
Hey mate, Blumity, something, bangers and mash. That's what I know of England.
Why is that the people that are like that? Ozzy, no matter, there's these people that are, or well, even the Beatles, they have the heavy English accent, and then it's always the bizarre business
I
when they
always thought
sing.
the Beatles sounded kind of cool, but Adele sounds like an absolute wretch.
Yeah, she's coming from like a weird part of London, whatever it is. I think it's called Compton. She's like comes from the Compton of London.
But people that have accents that don't when they sing is what I mean. I don't get that. But yeah, with her,
She is, yeah.
she is a
She
little on
sounded
the big side.
hideous at the
She's a
Grammys.
buxom lady. She's good.
She's a little bit, yeah. She's
Here she
she's
is.
a little big. Maybe that's what she sounds like in bed.
Oh my God.
You think?
Thank
right
you
there?
so much. Thank you.
She's thanking you for doing her.
What a boner crash right there. Oh,
Would you think you'd want to hear that girl sing?
yeah.
Hello.
Oh.
I just first of all want to say,
She
Mum,
must sound like
girl
that in
did
bed.
good.
What did she say? Somebody
Mum,
translate
I love
that.
you. I'm so sorry you're not here. And I also want to say a big thank you to Rick Rubin, who taught me about quality control and really put me and taught me about what I wanted to be, and he made me realise stuff that I didn't ever think I would. And this record is
You're
inspired by
still fat!
something that is really normal and everyone's been through it. It's just a rubbish relationship. And it's gone on to do things that I can't tell you, like how I feel about it. It's been the most life-changing year. And I want to thank my record companies, Columbia Records and Excel Records. And Nick Huggett, who signed me.
Isn't it how they cry about their greatness? You
Wow.
know, how they're just so captivated by their own abilities that they just turn into slobbering idiots.
Well, that reminds me, Meryl Streep will be playing her in the the Iron Lady 2. I thought it was a command. Iron Lady. I didn't know it was a movie.
Dave, you're on the Antisocial tour?
Yes. Oh, thanks for bringing that up because,
Absolutely.
it's rare when you get to work with other guys that you really like to hang with. I did it last year with Bill Burr, Jim Brewer, and Jim Norton, and this year we're going out again, just doing a couple of dates. Me, Jim Norton, and Artie Lang, and we did one with Doug Stanhope, who is my favorite comic, and we're going to bring in Nick DiPaolo too. So it's a really dirty, filthy show. We're going to play in Foxwoods in May, which is a casino in Connecticut.
Yeah.
So, and you guys know you have a casino too. So that casino crowd, that is the best. That's the best crowd ever. But it's going to be a good show. And Artie, we were talking about it while we were smoking. Artie is great. He's just a great comic, and he's the most naturally funny guy I think I've ever met. I just think just him telling a story is hilarious, because he has so many great stories.
Yeah, he certainly has lived a storied life.
He
My
has,
God.
yeah.
Sure
and
has.
he's looking good, and the crowds love him because they haven't seen him in a while, so they love him.
Stanhope, we've had him on many times.
Doug is a train wreck. Well. He's in England right now.
Yes. He's got there's a guy who's awfully pissed off at the smoking issues.
Oh, absolutely.
Very pissed off.
He's the anti-Adele.
Yeah.
What is you like about Doug? I'm curious. I like Doug a lot myself.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say this on the record. I liked Doug before everybody else liked him. So everybody's now a Doug Stanhope fan. I liked him back when he was doing the most inappropriate 9/11 jokes. So Doug never holds back. He's a great comic. He also is like he just connects to like the most. Whatever his people, it's like a carnival circus freak show of like entertainment, and he is just a great comic. There's nobody like him. That's all I think.
No, you're right.
And he's not for everybody, so everybody's gonna be like, let's go see him. No, don't. And he doesn't want you to do that either. He would yell at me, go like, don't get these people to come see me. It's like only a certain twisted individual will enjoy him, and I think the comics, we like it, but the regular crowd, like, he's never going to be, whoa, I can't believe, Doug Stanhope is the new host of Wipeout. It's not no, he knows that too. He doesn't want that, He doesn't care. That's why we all love him. He really doesn't care. And he doesn't. I tell him all the time, write a book, make a reality show. And he's like, no, that's too much work. I don't want to do it, And see, that's great.
He does go
He's
places.
Brian Wilson of comedy.
He goes places no one else goes. No question.
Sure
He's crazy.
He definitely has an attitude.
And when we had him on the Antisocial tour, his wife Bingo, she's so cool too. And at the end of the show, we're selling all this merch, and nobody's buying it. But if we had Bingo sell the merch, we would have sold a ton of it because she's great. She's dressed up in this cool kind of like, Willy Wonka costume. And like, casino guys, the people that work at casinos, like you have to pay them to sell your merch. I don't know if you guys know this.
Really?
Yeah. You got to give them a percentage, or else you fall down the stairs all of a sudden. They throw you downstairs. So anyway, these two guys, they're like the most unsalesman-like salesmen. They're like shirts, T-shirts, hats. I'm like, wow, no wonder we lost jobs. I mean, I can get two guys from India and they would do like a whole, fire dance. So I didn't want to, make it all about business. I know that's wrong, but. Anyway, that's going to be a good tour, but I'm excited to be back at the club. It's a great club, so you guys go down there, right?
Oh yeah,
God,
sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Wood is awesome too.
It's cool, and it's right near the VFW Hall and the Army Navy. What is it called? The
used to be near the Church of Scientology building.
Yeah, it's in a weird part of town, if you ask me.
Salvation Army?
Yeah, it's right by the Salvation Army thing. So you can go sell your stuff, get some money.
Come to the club.
Yeah, come on down to the club. It's on Main Street.
You got
it's near Main Street.
2 shows tonight and tomorrow, and those are at 8 and 10:30. And Dave, we got to make way for Tim Ralston from Doomsday Preppers.
Hey, I love that show. That's a great show.
Isn't it great?
Yeah. You got your bug out bag ready? My bug out bag. I love that. That's cool, man.
Only on the National Geographic Channel, of course.
Yes.
Right. Where else?
Anyway, thanks a million for coming in, Dave.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You bet. See you, man.
Fight the power, all right?
You bet.
There you go.
You got it.
All
right.
You
Thanks,
got
guys.
it.